What's up,
Thank
Tammy?
you so much. Hey, Theo, how are you?
I'm good. How are you is the question.
I am amazing. Thank you so much for asking. I'm with Heart of Hollywood magazine. I have to know, Theo, if you woke up like Tyler in this cornfield, would you been calm or would you been freaking out?
I'd be freaking out, but I'd be keeping my cool. Like I don't want anybody to see it, but I'd be freaking out on the inside. Yes.
Right. You did a great job. I love the film beginning to end. You and the cast did amazing. You've been a part of other horror thriller projects. What was it about this one that made you want to be involved?
Friends, my really good friend is the director. We worked a bunch together, and this was the first film out of the pandemic. So, we were still trying to figure out like how we were going to make movies and all that, and if it was going to happen. So that's why it's all set in one location and with a really small cast. So it was kind of a bit of an experiment in that way. And I think that I really love things that are set where it's just in one place because then the acting has to become amplified. The performances have to really stand out. And then your relationships with the other people in the story have to hold the whole, it has to glue the whole thing together. So that's always intriguing to me because I just love that.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for everyone to see this film May 6th because I have to be quiet about it. And I just love the beginning to end. When you first saw the script, when you first read it, what was your first reaction?
I think like anybody who sees it, like what would I do? Like I'm looking at everyone's characters and going like, would I be like them? Or would I be like this person? Or would I be like, and then you go, well, if it's me, like, okay, what would I do? And how would I handle this if I just woke up and was like, wait, what's going on? Because I think that especially now we've all been put in these imaginative situations of like, wait a second, what would I do if this happened? And I think this just amplifies that heavy in this movie. So my first thought when I read it was like, okay, this is going to make people go on a ride. And that's what I love film and television because it makes you go on a journey for a second, not just one of like, that was like a fantastical journey. I like the ones that go, what would you do?
Yeah, that plays with your mind, right?
Mm.
You mentioned that your friend was the director, Emerson, who's a writer, director, producer. What is it like working with him?
I love writer, directors, producers because it's all one source. It's like, if you're thirsty, you just go to that one water fountain. It's not like you're like, oh, let me get a bottle here and let this guy put water in it and then let that person put the label on. It's like it's all one, right? So and I've been fortunate to really been working a lot, especially the last few things that have come out have been all writer directors. It's just it's all in here, right? So he storyboards everything. He knows exactly what the beats are. And I'm a facilitator, right? As an actor, like you just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Whatever you want it to be done, I can do it. And we're going to create before it. We're going to have all our conversations before it. And then on that day, he's like, here, we're going to do this. And then I'm just there to make that happen.
I love it. Without giving too much away, Theo, and additional to what's already out there in the trailer, what do you want audiences to brace themselves for?
The unknown. I think the unknown is kind of cool of like when you think you got it figured out, you don't. When you think you kind of know something, you don't. I've seen it once and I still don't know what's happening. I think that that's because it's a film that you just can't figure out, right? Where you go, wait, why did this and why is that happening? And I love that. I love the ambiguity of like not knowing exactly why. And I think that from jump, people are going to want to guess. And that's cool. That's why we do this.
Is there anything that you can personally relate to your character, Tyler?
Yeah, the fact that he was a father, I have two young boys, 6 and 4, and like the fact that he was away from his daughter and not knowing what's going on and kind of dealing with all that. And then also, like the rest of the other people who are in this field, has a, for lack of a better word, baggage, has a past that he's trying to reconcile. And I think that it's definitely something everybody relates to, right? We all got stuff in our past where we're reconciling, relationships and things that are family and, things that have happened. And I think that we're seeing that all come out in this in this field with all these people kind of trying to figure things out. So I think that mainly his main thing of being a father of that was something, again, because my kids are so young and I'm so in it right now.
Lastly, Theo, I would ask you, what would you like to say to your supporters who watch your career and love your work and excited to see you in this new role? What would you like to say to them?
Oh man, everything. I'm literally, you know, I'm built from them. Like, you know, I started as an extra. I started as someone who, you know, has one word on a TV show to, you know, to up to the next, to the next, to the next. And I don't like the word fans. I like supporters and family.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I just think the word fan, especially after playing Gene in True Story, is just, you know, you got to be
Great
careful with that
job.
one. Thank you. I like that we're all here supporting, and anybody that gives their time, when, especially in today's world, when you give your time to watch anything that I do, and I have to give my time right back by doing the best that I can do, so that the time you gave me it's equal, that we're both trying, right? We're both giving our short time in this life to each other. So I just have such an equal and incredibly grateful relationship with anybody that's ever watched anything I've ever been in. So yeah, all love in all ways.
All love indeed. Thank you so much for your valued time. Congratulations again. Escape the Field, May 6th, distributed by Lionsgate. Take care. Keep up the great work, Theo.
I appreciate you. Enjoy your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.